Hello, my name is Mistress Quinn. I am a CAM model, and this is a podcast about resources, CAM model, and just general sex worker resources. I will say I have experience being an online sex worker, and I don't have any experience being any sort of in-person sex worker, be that full service, stripper, or in-person dom. I will also say before we begin that this is an adult podcast. And like my favorite podcast, Which Fix the Sheets, says, this is an adult podcast spoken by adults to other adults in an adulty way about adulty things, and you should be an adult too. So if you're under 18, please, for the sake of everyone, get out of here. This is inappropriate. If you get offended, you were warned. Fair dues. She calls it the fair dues warning. Protects, yes, you and me. I will also say that I'm new to podcasting and this is not scripted. And I usually just pull out my phone and hit record. And then I will take out the spaces and enhance the audio because I can do that really quick on my phone and then I will upload. Just be aware that I'm a regular person starting out podcasting for the first time. So, this resource that I want to extend is called Creators Spicy Tea. Creators Spicy Tea has the podcast of the same name, and the host is a person named Allie, and she is just fantastic. She is a great communicator in the podcast. I believe the podcast is how I first found her. She is a great communicator. She's a very clear, she's very experienced and very knowledgeable, and I just cannot recommend enough. Allie is also an online sex worker and content creator. She is mostly on Reddit, I believe, and Telegram, and she is such a great resource for those two platforms. I tried to get into Reddit when I first started, and I did get a lot of clients from there, but man, Reddit is just so complicated if you don't already understand the platform pretty well, and it is just so intimidating. And it just felt like when I was posting in the subreddits before I found her podcast, I was posting pictures and ads, and it just seemed like more work than what I was getting out of it. But I wish when I had more energy to try Reddit back then, I had come across Creators Spicy Tea because she just has so many resources for how to use Reddit. And I don't find a lot of resources for how to use Reddit out there in the world. She is also a huge participant within the Reddit direct selling online sex work world. She is an admin of, I think, one of the well, definitely the admin of creators of r/creators spicy tea with underscore. So creators underscore spicy underscore tea. And I think she may also be one of the admins of a pretty big fetish buyers and sellers subreddit. But I think she is. She might not be. But I'm pretty sure I've heard her talk about it. So just a fantastic resource for how to use Reddit. So she's got a website. She's got a podcast. She has a YouTube channel and then she has her subreddit resources. So she is both a great spokesperson. She is a great voice within sex workers and the sex work community, but she is also a content creator, direct seller, also has Telegram. So she has a subscription Telegram, so she's a subscription type model as well. And that is something else that she is great for with her resources. She's got quite a few episodes on how to use Telegram as a subscription service. And y'all, Telegram is so much better than OnlyFans for a number of reasons. Just off the top of my head, there's no restrictions. So, you have clients that want things that OnlyFans won't allow you to deliver. You can do that on Telegram. You're not going to get flagged for saying nice to meet you because the word meet was in your text. So that is huge, being able to control the kind of content that you can put out. What else? Telegram is just such a great resource. If at some point I would like to switch over to Telegram, I just need to get on my advertising and grow my business a bit more before I can before making the switch away from OnlyFans is financially worth it. Yes, Ali creators Spicy Tea, great resource for Reddit and Telegram. Also, great resource for, so I was listening to a recent podcast that she made today, and there was a pretty big gap where she wasn't making podcasts, but it was about the buyer's perspective buying content from us. And she gives numbers, percentages, like did a survey, has data. She can say this percentage of people liked this kind of content. She also talks about problems that buyers have and why they might not be interested in buying from some of us and the positive experiences that they have as well. So the red flags and the green flags. Like there was just some seriously valuable data in the episode that I listened to today on buyers and like perspective and also what they're buying, why they're buying it, how long they've been in the industry, how often they buy, all these sort of things. And man, it was just so great. But I would say like every podcast episode, and I'm sure she has other resources. I think she has other resources elsewhere that I'm not sure about. It might just be her Patreon. I haven't really checked out her YouTube, but I think every single podcast episode is just densely packed with valuable insight. So I just cannot recommend enough. Okay, that's all. That's all for now. Yeah, that's all for now. I will see you on the flip side.